Hi guys, happy Friday. Welcome to Design Exchange. I'm your host, Danny Russo, with the incomparable and missing in action frequently, Melinda Peters-Elliott.
Hey everybody. Hey, I'm back. My brace is off. I'm almost back to normal
Your
before I have
braces,
to
you
have
had
the neck surgery.
did you have braces? Like braces for your teeth?
No, a brace for my arm
I know our listeners
from
don't know that
arm
though.
surgery.
So she
Yeah,
fell
it's
off a
nice to
ladder.
have my arm.
Tell
No,
them how
I
you broke your
didn't.
arm. You fell off a ladder, but you were hanging drapes 2 stories high. At least make up something interesting to go along
I
with the
should, yeah.
broken
So,
arm.
well, I was at Les Wexner's house,
And
hanging draperies
you fell into the trap door
to
for the
the.
dining table that raises from the
That's
ceiling.
right.
There we go.
That's
Good,
right.
good
That's
story.
right.
It's not like my broken finger story.
Right. Where it's
um,
shorter.
my finger's still broken.
Oh my gosh, Danny.
So
Well, how was your December? Let's get everybody all caught up.
the last 3 months of my life were a complete blur. As most everybody, if you're
Yeah.
listening to this podcast, you know, in the last 3 months of the year, I was in Paris, I was in High Point, I was where else was I? I opened a new
In
store.
bed.
I mean, the last part of the year, I was just laying in
Yes.
bed and I'm like, I can't deal with design. Like, I got to a point last year and I'm like, I can't do it. I needed time off to not think
No.
about design. So,
Yes. It's hard when you have all of this, looking up for rent in your head. It's like this, you have to think about this, you have to think about this, and then you just shut down. Like I
we,
shut down. So
we closed the last 2 weeks of December because I like giving the team time to spend with their family, get their Christmas shopping done. And then we
yeah.
reopened the first week of January. And it's just been people calling and calling, but everybody decided to
Yeah.
upgrade their systems the first week of January. So
Oh, all of our vendors. Oh
one of
my gosh.
our lighting vendor, they upgraded their system. I still can't get into it and they
Oh.
can't get into it. My other vendor
Oh
decided
my.
they upgraded their systems and they changed the name of the whole company. So we can't
Oh,
get into their
yeah,
systems
that's
to track.
crazy.
And yeah, that's happening.
Well, I have vendors that have doubled my orders and now they're trying to charge me twice.
Because you
And
put
I'm
the
like, no, I'm not paying twice.
oh, that's
So,
hilarious.
and they're like, well, you ordered it on the web. And then you ordered like 5 days before that, you ordered it through our rep. And I'm like, it's the same order and you guys messed up.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I can't with this.
And they don't really
I'm already like pulling my hair out. So, but you know what? It's a sunny, beautiful January day. And I was thinking, like, we don't have any snow, so I can work.
I just had
And
to look
that's
out the
usually a
window.
real trouble,
Well,
what?
we did have a blizzard last week, 2 weeks ago. When did we have a blizzard?
Oh, we
Whenever we
had
had a
a
blizzard.
really cold snap.
So anyway, Happy New Year, everybody. We have not
Yes.
recorded an episode. We went on hiatus for most of December, and I believe our last episode was talking about Viva Magenta, the color of the year. And I actually was
Yeah,
on,
that was the beginning.
yeah,
Yeah,
I did Fox 28 about that
that's
color,
right.
and that was a
Yep,
big.
and I was on 610 WTVN, the iHeartRadio with that about that.
So if anybody's listening and you're going to Vegas, I will be attending Las Vegas Market at the end of this month, and it's going to be the first time ever that there are 5 shows happening in Vegas, which we have our furniture market, the kitchen and bath industry show, the International Builder Show, the International Surfaces Show, and the International Hardware Show, which is happening. I mean, that's for tools, I guess. And then they're also
Oh,
having the
okay.
International Picture Framing Show right along in that same week. So
I should send my
you can
mom.
you can find me on Monday from 3 to 4 p.m. talking about podcasts on a panel, and also
That's right.
style spotting and picking out what's going to be trending for 2025 and 2026. So
Yep. And I am not going because I'm going on a cruise the first week of with you
I know. So I
and your
immediately get
family.
I get back from Vegas and we jump right on back onto a plane. I think I get back from Vegas on Thursday, back on a plane on Saturday to go to a vacation, which will be my first
That's right.
vacation that doesn't involve design, but you're going, so it
Right.
will. Um,
Yeah, you were like, Danny was like, "Oh, you want me to bring my computer so we can talk about?" And then I said, "No,
I
I
mean, I'm
didn't
gonna
even
have it
let it come
anyways.
out of your mouth." Yeah, me too.
um,
Me too. We'll try not to do too much,
no.
but it'll be fun. So, starting
What
out
would
the
you like to?
year,
Oh God,
well, first of all, I wanted to say that I felt like we needed to have like some kind of a slogan or a phrase for the year to do our podcast and have some kind of focus. So this year, our focus is stuff you should know about the design industry, and that is for clients and it's also for designers if they're listening. So, but it's stuff that people should know. And I think that a lot of people have like this elated idea of what an interior designer's life is like or what we deal with. And so this is
they
just
don't know
kind of
what
a
that.
way.
They don't know what
They
that
don't.
means.
No, no. So it's kind of my way for Danny and I to explain to the world, to explain to the universe, like the differences between interior designer stuff and not. So, and then the difference between different designers because different designers do different things too. So, I think this podcast we are going to talk about designer level products and furniture versus things that you get at the stores, like any kind of big box store, like Hobby Lobby. And Danny likes to call it Holly. What'd you call it?
I
Holly
call it
Lobby?
Holly Lobby, and Poverty Barn, and that's where Dolly
Yep. And then
decorators
Home
go.
Goods. Yes. Yeah. So, and I don't want to put down anybody who likes to shop places like that because it has its place.
It does.
So,
That's correct.
so I think what we need to discuss is like the differences between what we see at market and the price points of things like that and why they are the way they are, why they are priced the way they are.
Mm.
And that versus things that are in home goods and I mean the quality's not there. We only know that though because we see the other things. So I've had a lot of clients that want me to do design work for them, and they want me to take them to these stores and pick things out. And for me, it's easier to stay back at my computer and use my favorite resources and pull from that kind of thing. So, when do you think that it's good to have to go to Hobby Lobby, or when do you think it's good to use those kind of resources?
Hobby Lobby's tricky. I go there for picture framing, because every other week they run a 50% off sale of picture frames. So I'll typically use Hobby Lobby for picture framing,
Mm-hmm.
or if I need to get like fabric for something that's like a quick thing. But Christmas decor, holiday decor, they're good for that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in the
Yeah.
middle of Hobby Lobby, it's a bunch of those. Remember when we went to Bucky's? So
Yes.
the middle of Hobby Lobby is just word signage with like eat,
Mhm.
laugh, love, kitchen. Home is where the heart is. I just want to design my own line for them and like dumb it down and put a sign over my bathroom that says shitter. Like, where do you draw the line with the sign art? um,
Right.
so if you're not working with the
Yeah.
decorator and you really are obsessed with it, go for it. But
Yeah.
signed art went out with 2012.
No,
So,
maybe not that
and
long
I've
ago,
never
Danny.
I've never used it. So
Never used fine art.
no. but that's what I would go to Hobby Lobby for. And then
Yeah.
I don't go to the
Home goods.
so Home Goods is a hit or miss, and their business model is set
Hmm.
up to be a treasure hunt. Now, that treasure
Yeah.
hunt, sometimes you can find some really good things. I read an article the other day
Hmm.
that somebody was saying what are the good finds and what are not good finds in Home Goods. Like, Home Goods gets a lot of the stuff that we sell, but they only get one. And
Yeah.
if you need 4 bar stools, you might be able to find one or two, but they come
Yeah.
from our vendors, and their business model is literally a treasure hunt. So they have
Yeah.
they are set up almost like outlet malls. So they have their core
Hmm.
products, which they always get in. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, I've been to Home Goods in Texas when I was down there filming, and I saw a outdoor sofa that was mosaic red tile, and it was shaped like lips. And where exactly would you put that? And it was like not, I mean, it was priced at a deal, but you got to be careful on what you're getting a deal with and what you're not getting a deal with. So, like when I'm doing an install day and I don't
Yeah.
have something I need, I'll run to Home Goods to find a finishing touch, or I'll go to Home
Right.
Goods for a photo shoot. Our
Hmm.
good friend Trish Baudet tried to take me to a dollar store when we were doing the show house, and she actually found some really good stuff. Like we staged the dining table, and like we staged things for a photo shoot, and then
Yes.
we try to use whatever we use from there, and then we take it back.
Yeah.
We try not to take the tags off. Like, I had some woman tell me when I was doing a project in Minneapolis, this woman told me, well, next time you should just bring your client in, and then they could pick stuff out so that you don't have this big of a return. And I'm like, lady, we needed yellow. I'm from Ohio. I'm here for 10 minutes. I came here this morning and got this, and I'm returning it at the end of the day. But
Yeah. Right.
some stuff works,
Right.
some stuff doesn't. And like, as you
Yeah.
know, design's all trial and error. And
Yeah.
when you're
I
down
think
to that
it's,
accessory
yeah.
level.
Yeah. Accessories are tough. And I
Yeah.
agree with you. I mean, there is a place for I like the hunt. I like the home goods kind of model better than I do the Hobby Lobby, but I'll do florals and things from Hobby Lobby. I like to go there and buy their florals. So, home goods, I'm going to buy things for like bathroom accessories and
Yeah. I'm good for
towels
that.
and things like that. Fancy towels and cute towels or a cute little rug by something. But you know, so let's talk about. There's another store like At Home. At Home's another one, and that they have different things too.
No, no, no.
So
No,
not
no,
a
no.
fan of At
No,
Home.
no at
Are
home
you?
because no, because so we, like I said, we did it for staging, but a lot of that stuff, I had a client one day that I took a piece of artwork from Home Goods too, and she was like, why would I buy that? I'm like, well, you gave me a budget, and to stick within the budget, we had to go here.
Yeah,
So, I mean, some of the stuff just looks cheap and it's not on a designer level. So
yeah,
I say that they're good. They have a good selection of mirrors if you just need a random mirror, but
right.
I have a warehouse full of
Yeah.
mirrors. So,
Yeah.
um,
So let's segue into design quality items and why do you invest in things like that?
give me an item.
Well, let's say lamps, for
Okay.
example.
So lamps are tricky. They can range the gamut, but I found some interesting lamps that are even available at Target. Um,
Hmm.
and lamps, I don't like the shades that regular lamps come from. So I'm known when I buy
Right.
a lamp, I change the shade. I have lamp
Hmm.
shades in stock. And I work with a company store in Columbus called the Lampshade, and I always am
Yeah.
changing them, making them
Uh-huh.
bigger, and it changes the whole lamp. And it's not really
Yeah.
hard.
It's really cool.
I did a news segment on what a difference just changing a lampshade could make.
Yeah.
Um, when it comes to lamps, like, we sell everything that you can find at any catalog you're looking at. any kind of retail store, we have access to all of that. And when you're purchasing
Yeah.
it through a designer, you're purchasing it for a better price.
Yeah,
So now
exactly.
I'm going to segue this into plumbing because I've had a lot of calls lately where people are asking for plumbing fixtures and they'll call my supply house, which we use a plumbing supply house, and
Mm-hmm.
my contact will be like, well, we don't sell that. That's only available at retail stores. Now, that's a big red flag. So if you're looking at
Mm-hmm.
a faucet that's available at Lowe's, that faucet
Yeah.
is value engineered. They've taken out the brass fittings, they replaced them with plastic,
Yep.
and those are
Yep.
engineered to fail within 1 to 3 years. You're going to have a
Yep.
leak, but those are basically builder apartment quality, and
Yep.
we don't deal in that. So when you're dealing in
Right.
that, you have a more like there's it's more likely that you're going to have a leak or end up replacing it. So you're playing double anyways.
Yeah.
But the big brands,
And one of the
Moen,
things,
Kohler,
so, and the reason why we don't deal in that is because, we do things that are quality oriented. So
exactly.
we do it once, and you're not having to call us in a couple years going, this failed, that failed. I had a client the other day, and again, they had a really tight budget. I ordered a mirror from Home Depot, and it was an LED round mirror, and it had Bluetooth wireless speaker on the bottom of it. Well, the only way I could find a mirror that fit into this bathroom was from Home Depot in an LED. And that was like 3 years ago. So they called the other day and they said, this is not working anymore.
Of course not. It's from Home
And
Depot.
we need a refund. And I'm like, well, or a warranty, replacement. And I got on Home Depot and I said, there is no warranty
It's
past two
discontinued.
years.
Yeah.
So and I actually gave them the link for the new one. And it was funny. It's like double the price.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
3 years
double
ago,
the price.
everything went up.
Oh
Um,
my gosh, it was crazy.
I have about 8 LED light up mirrors in my warehouse if you need one. So,
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
um,
Well, they were, so that's the whole reason why I don't like to buy inexpensive products is because they fail so fast and then you look bad. You look, why did you as a designer, spec something that is going to fail on me? So the other side of the coin is people are trying to do a whole lot with a little bit of money and get a big bang for their buck. And for me, I think it's harder to go shopping at places that you have to go to and look because I think it takes more time and energy.
it
I think
does
in the end they're going to pay more. They're going to
totally.
pay more for that service because I'm having to leave my office and go shop at a place that we randomly know what's going to be there, and it's going to take me twice as long to find what I want to find for, or making something work for $100 where I could have sat in my office, picked something for 300, and then they didn't have to pay me for my time to go shopping.
Totally.
So anyway, it's all perception, and I think a lot of people like that feeling of, oh, going shopping for less expensive items because it's going to save me money, but you're wasting so much time, and
You're wasting time and the
so
product's probably
if
going to
you like the
fail.
hunt, yep.
Uh,
I mean, if you like the hunt, go for it. But
But
I am all about getting something done. Mm-hmm.
when you're
Go
hiring
ahead.
us, when you're hiring a designer, we know everything that's happening. Like there's a reason that
Mm-hmm.
we go to markets and we know everything that's out there. We've been trained
Yeah.
on plumbing. We've been trained on so much that we know
Yeah.
what we're doing. The
Yep.
worst is when people start questioning what we're doing and they don't understand the value of a designer and then they end up doing
Right.
work and then we're like, no, that's not part of the plan because we function in a certain
Right.
way. Um,
Right. Right.
but it's always
Right.
good to ask your designer what's going
Yeah.
on with what.
So I think, the difference is like you have two different types of mentalities and that kind of thing. So for me, just kind of putting it out there in the world, like I don't want to be that designer that you hire to go to Home Goods and Hobby Lobby to find stuff for you. like
There
not,
are
that's
those
not the,
designers
your
out there.
eyes. What are you doing?
I don't know. When you said that, I just was like, whoa. But I don't go to, I'm busy that day.
Yeah. So what I would, but I would rather my clients buy quality products, which I know on the design product end of things. And these are all hidden from the general public. You have to either go to market, you have to have a login for the site, you have to know where to go, and it's hidden to the normal public. So, a lot of the vendors we use, you're not going to go on Google and type in, whatever it is, and then it pop up
We
like
do
a
that
Hudson
already.
Valley light is not.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Hudson Valley Lighting is available Lightology, and the first three things that come up are sponsored. But we have relationships that we get things done much
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But even knowing where to go to get products,
oh,
it's,
yeah.
we have our favorite vendors. We build relationships with our vendors, and they'll tell you, like, we'll sell to Amazon. A lot of our vendors don't sell to Amazon,
A
and a
lot of them
lot of
have
my
been.
clients are, yeah.
But we
But
research everything that I sell. I research to make sure that the price is correct. And then not
yeah,
only do I do that, I make sure, like, if I can't get it for less than somebody else is selling it for, I'll tell the client, listen, I can't beat this price. If you're wanting it,
yep,
I don't
yep,
service it, and I send them on their way.
yep,
So I send them,
exactly.
I let them
Like,
know that I let them know that they can order it themselves, but I can't
yeah,
be responsible for the warranties on those type of things.
exactly,
And a lot of
exactly.
contractors won't install things that they don't sell. So
Right,
we experienced that.
exactly.
Like, you can't order an air conditioner and then call somebody, a local air conditioning company, and say, hey, can you come and install this? A lot of times they won't
Right,
unless they're selling it, because they have relationships with their vendors, and
right,
it's very advantageous to purchase directly from the source, which is what we do.
right, right,
And our
exactly.
overhead is much lower than all the stores you named, um, as well
Yes.
as Restoration Hardware,
Mm-hmm.
Pottery Barn, West
Yep.
Elm, Williams
Yeah,
Sonoma, all the big box
exactly.
stores. Um,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, so it's
So,
always advantageous to purchase directly from your designer,
yeah,
because then you have
exactly.
somebody
If
to
you have
talk.
one.
Yes,
If you don't have a designer, you can hire one of us to be
exactly.
your designer. And we can design from far away as well. So, all
E-design.
right, let's take a minute and do a commercial.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Okay.
And we're back after that quick break.
That's right.
Melinda
So
doesn't
this
like my eye
commercial
rolls.
this commercial is from the Me Bag Pro. Please make sure you follow us on all of the Instagram and Facebook. We have a Me Bag, and it's the best bag for the design industry, where you can have all of your products, all of your measuring tools, and everything you need to go to an appointment and close the deal that day.
I
Check
didn't
us
know we were
out.
recording the commercial right
Use
now, but you can follow the Me Bag. Go to
Design
Me Bag Pro.
Exchange.
Go to mebagpro.com
Yep. And
and
use the,
enter
the code
coupon code
TDX podcast,
for how much off?
$50.
For $50 off. And that's that. Now, would you like to talk
That's that.
about my bee at it right now? It's in the front shop. We're trying to get organized for the new year, and this is our first week back. So, anyway, I don't hear you. Your volume has disappeared. So, Melinda's going to do a little audio test because she's running on a new headset. But another thing I'm going to talk about while she gets her audio in order, we are going to talk about, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So you can catch me in Las Vegas on I'm in Las Vegas Monday. January 30th is Danny Russo Day at LVMKT. So I will be on stage talking about podcasts. I'm going to be style spotting to see what products are coming down the pipeline. And I'm considered a market pro this year. And I just found is that magazine over there by chance? I found it right here. So if you happen to get your preview guide and you're a designer and you got your preview guide for Las Vegas market, you have all of your tabs here and it has all of your programming in the back. And I was flipping through this and I'm like, I should be in this magazine. So as I'm flipping through here, I saw a picture of myself and I was like, oh, that's me. And then I turned the page and not only was it me, it was a freaking full page ad that I had no idea was happening. So, where is this page? Okay, here it is. So, as I was flipping through this, I saw my picture somewhere. Design Stars Shine in Las Vegas, which is all of us. But anyway, there was this little blurb about me talking about podcasts. And then as I was flipping through this magazine, apparently it's way in the back, I found a full page spread under the Luxe Interiors and Design section. I was like, oh, I love this room. I would buy everything in it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's my freaking foyer. And they have a nice little spread about yours truly. I don't know if you could see this. Can you see it? So that's in your preview guide for Las Vegas Market. So if you're going to Las Vegas Market, come find me. I will be there. I'm going to fly in on Saturday, go see Adele. And then I am going to IBIS, the National Hardware Show, and all those other things. So I'll be floating around all over Vegas. And Melinda, try doing an audio test. So I'm going to pause this recording and we'll be right back. And I apologize for the technical difficulties. Sorry about that. We're back. So enough about me. Let's talk about me some more. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know where we stopped with all of that, but anyway, I know you were talking about market and you're going to go. And why are you going? What's your point to do that?
Well, I want to go. I like going to KBIS, and this happens to be the first year. I had no intention of going to Las Vegas Market, but this is the first year that Furniture Market, KBIS, IBIS, and a few other shows are running concurrently with the High Point Market or the Las Vegas Market. So when we were doing our podcast from the Design Influencers Conference, Bridget,
I see Bridget.
Go away or go that way.
It was funny. She started coming into.
I know, and I don't know why it was blurred, and then all of a sudden she was clear. Oh, the joys of live podcasting, which technically we're not live. So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's January 11th. I didn't open my business back up until last Tuesday, which would have been January 3rd. And our phones have just been ringing off the hook. And it's like every rep, every client, we're actively doing what we can. But this is like the Black Friday for interior designers, all of January. I literally remember sitting with you 2 years ago, and it was January 6th during the insurrection. You were in my office. Elisa was in the office.
Yeah.
And we had a couple other people in the office, and I was like getting text messages, and the way the information was disseminated was completely not correct. And then we ended up like tuning in to CNN somehow because we don't have cable at the warehouse. But I'm like, is this real? And
I know. But they're breaking into the White House, and I'm like, what?
No, the message that we got was they were breaking into the Ohio State Capitol building, and me and you were like, why would they do that? Like, what's happening there?
Yep.
And then we found out it was actually the Capitol building. But
Right. Exactly. Oh, yeah, that was quite a day.
That was
So, anyway,
pre-pandemic. We had bigger
yeah. Oh my gosh.
now what we've turned into. Jeez.
Yeah. You're
But
having all kinds of trouble with your ear. He's
I have
giving
these
me eye
new
rolls
I
and
know.
ear rolls and
No, it's like this. I have a professional headset just for these podcasts that I just got. So you can't see it, but you gotta
where's your
like
mic?
you can't see that either. Everything's hidden. It's right in
I
front
get,
of
what is it down under your chin? Oh, it's hidden. Uh-oh. I can't hear you.
carry on,
There
keep
you
talking.
go.
I hear
I
you now.
hear you
Okay.
now. You scared me for a
I
minute.
really just want to be an interior designer. I don't want to be an audio engineer. I don't want to like I don't know why I know about all this podcasting stuff I shouldn't know about, but apparently I'm going to be on a panel talking about it. So these days, to be a
Yeah.
designer, you have to have a book, you have to have a podcast, you have to have a YouTube channel, you have to be an influencer, you have to be on Instagram, you have to be on, I don't know, TikTok. And I'm trying not to touch it, but I got to figure that out soon.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
I deleted mine.
did
I'm
you?
like, screw that. Screw this, screw that. I'm gonna focus on Instagram. I'm just gonna try to like not overwhelm myself, but I just had to hire help because Abigail and I are just inundated with stuff to do.
I know,
And
right?
I'm like, this young person, she's 21. I'm like, you are gonna run social media. So
It's always good
hopefully
to
we
have
can
an
get her going.
in-house. It's always good to have an
Yeah.
in-house person doing that.
Right,
So,
exactly. There's so much information to get out, but you know,
mhm.
the kind of wrapping, how's our time?
6 minutes, 6.5 minutes.
Six. Okay. Okay. So, um, kind of continuing about designer level products, one of the things that I see is that like artwork and things like that are thicker, like heavier duty, more like unique kind of surfaces. So we had ordered for Gavin's room an airplane art. I'm thinking the whole time that it's a canvas. I thought it was like art
It's
canvas. Thing came in on a piece of glass.
Is it a piece of glass or is it gicle? Giclee. I can never say that word right. I think it's gicle, and that's what
It's
an image is printed on a piece of It's more plastic looking than it is. I didn't even look at the art.
definitely not plastic. Yeah,
It
it's
was
definitely
glass,
not plastic. Yeah. Yeah.
and you
So
got one.
it's a printed, it's adhered. So you've got a clear piece of glass and the image is adhered to it. So, I mean, it is amazing. I would have never found anything like this at Home Goods or any of those stores.
No,
So
and it was
I
It's
like
affordable.
the,
We have a lot of
yes.
affordable
Yeah.
artwork, and
Yeah.
um, it only took us 6 months to get.
Yeah. Since
And
August.
of
Yeah.
course, one piece came in completely shattered.
Shattered. Yeah. Yeah. But it is the stuff that matters. The like window treatments, we make custom window treatments because those are the focal point of that room. So you can't go and buy anything at Bed Bath and Beyond
Bed Bath
or
and Beyond is
any
about
of
to.
these.
I'll give you a little piece of insider information. There is
Okay,
a 95% chance that Bed Bath and Beyond will be filing bankruptcy by the end of this month.
really.
Yes,
I'm not surprised.
they're
I'm not
closing
surprised.
150 stores. And
Wow.
I mean, my brother went into. I haven't been in one recently, but my brother said he went into one, and they had nothing.
They had nothing.
But they're gonna.
Oh,
I mean, they're pretty
yeah.
much wrapping up operations. Their stuff's so
Yeah.
overpriced. If you're giving out coupons for
Yeah.
20% off once a week, like you're not.
Yeah.
If you're taking 20% off of an item, that means that item is already overpriced to begin with, and they're already
Yeah.
planning on
Right.
taking
Right.
20% off. So they train their
Yeah.
customers, and this Macy's is guilty of this too. They train their customers
Yes.
to shop with coupons. So all they've
Yep.
really done is mark things up so that you can get a 20% off coupon and it goes right back down. So
And
I
it
don't know.
makes you feel better. Yeah. So I don't up my profit margin that much. I do, and I actually probably should do more than I do. I mean, I think all of us designers like give
Everybody's different.
so many deals. We like we give deals to people and we shouldn't be giving
Uh-huh.
deals, but
And
it's
they don't
like that
appreciate
human
it.
connection. And they don't know. I'm like, I am paying $500 for this. Oh, what about the bathtub story? I was supposed to charge a customer. My cost was $1,200, and I was going to put a little bit of something on that, just handle the ordering and things like that. I ended up charging her $700 for the stupid tub. And then she said it once it got in after
Well,
it
no,
sat beside
hold
her
on.
bed for a month.
It sat beside her bed for a month. She said
A
she didn't
month.
care. She didn't care what size the tub was. She just wanted a tub.
Yeah.
And
She
then
just wanted a tub because
after
she
it was
was
put in,
never going to use it.
yes. And
Yeah.
then after the tub went in, she said it's too small.
Yeah,
So
yeah, after she got in it and used it.
that we have that happen a lot, and then we have clients that say, "Oh, we're not in a rush. We're in no rush.
Yeah.
We're very patient."
Yeah.
Until they're
Yeah.
not. And then they're like, "When's this coming? When's
Exactly.
this coming? When's this coming?" But I mean, that's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
and we track orders once a
Yeah.
week. And they call me and they think that
Yeah.
I have this magical power to make stuff appear faster. Like
Right.
I'm magical, but I can only do the things that God has allowed me to do. Like I didn't invent the pandemic. I didn't cook it up in the kitchen.
Right.
I cannot control what's happening at the ports. I do not drive a semi truck. So if the semi truck gets an accident, that's not my fault. But apparently all of this is my
Which
fault.
did happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Because that
multiple times.
happened, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why I tell clients
it is so fun.
in my workbook, number one is, what does it say? Right here.
Murphy's Law. If something can go wrong,
Murphy's
it
Law.
will.
Number one. And it's the expectations of working with a designer. And we have 20 key points. 20 things you should know about working with Daniel Russo Home. Number one, Murphy's Law of Design. If something can go wrong, it will. Teamwork and communication usually gets things back on track. And then number 10 is deadlines. Parties do not make things happen sooner. Christmas is not a deadline. We want projects finished as much as you do. I always point that out. And then that's my first meeting. First meeting, you get this little book and it has everyone's information in it.
Yes.
Resource tool.
Yes.
Oh, I have these really cool sunglasses you would appreciate, or our viewers would appreciate them.
Let me see. Oh yeah, baby.
When I show up in these, I mean business.
That's right.
These were actually worn by Lady Gaga.
You nailed it.
These were made for Lady Gaga, and she wore them on stage back in 2011. But they're literally, should I wear these to market?
Of course. You might be able to stick Post-it notes on it, you know?
Oh, I love my little drawer trick.
Remember to go here at this time.
I'll have Elisa and Megan with me for that. All right, I think we covered enough for our first podcast of 2023. I hope that all of you are having a great 2023. I could tell all of our design friends are pretty busy from what I'm seeing. But we're going to be back and online and getting these out to you once every Friday. More regularly. Yes. We're trying for consistency. Really trying for consistency. So you can find our Facebook group called The Design Exchange. You can find The Design Exchange on the Apple Podcast app. We had Bridget find it yesterday because I couldn't find it somewhere, but it is in the Apple Podcast app. Good. It should be on iHeartRadio.
On Spotify. Yep, Spotify, iHeartRadio, all of the different things. So it is.
You can follow me on
YouTube. We're in our 5th year, right?
We have to something close to that. If you would have seen when we started this project, podcast.
Yep. That was fun. We didn't know what we were doing.
And we still don't. All right. If anybody has any questions, feel free to follow us on Facebook. The Design Exchange has a group. I think it's public. We might be taking that private soon to be talking to more designers, but you can
Yes.
follow Melinda at Fine Designs INT. You can follow me, Danny Russo, both on Instagram, TDX Podcast. I think we have a website too. I'm not real sure about that, but it's, I think, tdxpodcast.com. So if you have any
Yep.
questions, feel free to message either one of us on any social media platform, and we'll cover your topics.
Yes, absolutely.
Anything you'd like to add in closing?
Just go buy a me bag
Mebagpro.com, and you can also
before
find it.
market.
And it is a great tool. I wonder if my laser's in there. But anyway, happy designing, and we will talk to you soon. Have a good Friday.
All right.
And I will see
All
you
right.
in
Happy
Vegas.
Friday.
Ciao.
All right.